Welcome guys to the fifth tutorial of the Instagram clone app tutorial series, and we are on the profile fragment. And before that, I would just like to show you a little bit of like the sign in and signing up. And yeah, before that, for some reason the the app is showing like this black thing, so let me just fix this. Yeah, let's do that. Also do the same thing on sign up fragment, and I will run the app. So before we start this tutorial, we can have a little bit of a demonstration of our Firestore and Firebase authentication, and also getting this stored to our Firestore database. Okay, the app should be coming on anytime soon. So we can fix that later. Okay, yeah. So here it's like a little bit of a color problem, but it is not finished yet, so we can just, yeah. So there is this color problem that is causing, and one more thing is that, okay, what is the issue? Span, and yeah, let me just remove this, I think. Yeah, this is the some of the theme issue that we can fix later. Let's just rerun the app. So let's relaunch the app. Okay, here we go. So because we have written a condition that if the user is authenticated once, so then just sign in. So anyways, here if we click, because I hope it's like a little bit visible, we can fix it later. We can say create new account, and I can type Elon. The name is Elon at gmail.com 234567, and we can click on register, and it has successfully registered. But just to check if this is correct, on the sign in we can just type the same credentials and click on login. So it says logged in, right? So here we are perfectly fine. Here we can see our profile fragment. But anyways, this is what I wanted to show you. Don't it's not a big deal. If there are issues, we can fix it later. So I'll just close this all in order for us to go and work to the profile fragment. And here we are going to do something similar, but obviously a lot is going to happen here. Okay, so first of all, fragment profile binding view model is not the lifecycle one, but the one that we have created. Progress dialog. Obviously we don't have this, so we can create this. let's just leave it there, and yeah, circle image view, edit text is edit text. Okay, so we have this now, and there is a lot of work that has to go in here. So what we will do is we will work on this. Okay, now simply let's just go here and get some of this stuff. You can copy this, bring it here, and obviously this has to change. Fragment profile. Okay, on view created, and start initializing our stuff. This is pretty much self-explanatory. I don't think so I have to explain all this. Okay, so now what does the setting image does for us? Binding setting image, set on click listener, Firebase auth, sign out. When we have signed out, we want to go to the sign in activity. New task or intent flag activity clear task, start activity, intent, require activity, context. Require activity or context is the same thing. Okay, yes, so let's just go in here. If we click on this, then we sign out. If we click here, then we go to the users that we can follow Fragment, right? And if we click here, then we go to the create post Fragment. So now luckily I have this, so I can show you what is happening. Binding, add friend image, set on click listener, view, find nav controller, navigate, action, from profile to user to follow, right? And also one more thing is that, yes, binding, add post, set on click listener, then where do we go to? The create post Fragment, where we in the previous tutorial were, right? Profile to create post Fragment, right? That's all. Now here is a lot of work that we have to do. So we will view model name observe, view lifecycle owner observer, binding username text is going to be it. So what is happening is that here is the username that needs to be displayed, right? So whoever is the user that is logged in must be shown here, the name here, right? And similarly vice versa, the picture, right? Okay. Again, image observe, and now you must be wondering, these are just mere variable names, but how are we setting the images here and name here? That we will learn in the view model class. So let's just continue. Glide, load it into binding profile image, and also because there are two images that where we are going to display this. If we see here, here is also an image, right? Just a cool feature of the user that is logged in, but here also the profile picture. So image view button. Okay, now if we click here, then we should be going on the feed, right? Where we can see the post of everyone. So binding dot feed set on click listener. Okay, that's good. Now obviously we have to create the post, get my post, but obviously there are no posts, so over there is no in the view model there is no function for this, so I'm just going to write it before and binding post count text, like how many posts the user has, set text, its size to string, adapter set post list. All these like has to be created, right? So we can do that in a while. Binding image recycler view dot adapter is going to be adapter. Now let's go to, I think it's like, let's just, I can keep this here maybe. Yeah, because this is returning something, so that is why it is giving an error. And also here in the adapter we have to work Alright, so we have to work on the adapter first, and lots of like methods and functions that are needed for us to complete the profile fragment. And I can say post holder extends view holder. Okay, and So, and here, yeah, this work comes later, but for some reason that I have started this video without a plan, so that is why I have to do like things here and there simultaneously. And here we also need a model for posts, users, and I think more we would come back to it later, but okay. And okay, view. Why am I seeing this error? Yeah, here it has to be. No worries, let's just keep on working here. Val post, my post list, and position, glide width, holder, item view, context, load, post image. Obviously image is not there yet, so we need to write it anyway. And what I'll just do, I'll just get my old code here and paste it. And okay, now obviously this has not been created yet, so what I'll just do is I will go to the model and set all what we need for yeah. In the post we need this. I can just remove this. Username string, val image string, and that is where this image can be, you know, linked with the adapter, and that error should be gone by now. We need the time of the post. Obviously on the profile fragment we are not going to display any of these, we will only display the image, but somewhere else we can just reuse this data class. Well, likes integer 0, well, user ID, and I can just push it the next line. Well, post ID, well, profile image, okay, yeah. So this is where our model has been created, and I think we should have no problem here in an adapter. And now we have to work in the view model, and here the thing is that this get my post is going to return live data list of posts. Okay, and I can just get it and bring it down here, and I can import it. This, some of this might seem unrelated, but without this code we cannot like move to our what do you say, profile fragment. So let's just follow along. Mutable live data post Firestore, Firebase Firestore, get instance. Here we will launch the Kotlin coroutine, launch dispatchers IO on the background thread. Try, and obviously here has to be the catch block. Okay, let's just Firestore collection posts were equal to user ID utils get UID logged in. So whoever is the user that is logged in, show that user's photo. That's what it means. Add snapshot listener. Snapshot exception. If exception is not null, return add snapshot listener. Also val post list. Snapshot is not null, documents are not null, map not null, so we are, again I'll just tell you, I'm querying the full post collection but only showing the post where the user ID matches the user that is logged in, because this is the this is the profile fragment where we are going to show only the post of the user that is logged in. And also here what is happening here is show the latest post. So if I can go to my emulator, here we want to show the latest post here, not here. Like whenever gets posted, all the images get pushed down and the latest post comes on the left corner. Okay, and here post value post list. and in the catch phrase we can just add this exception and handle exception. We can here return the okay. So for view model I think we are done, but obviously for this we also have to write a code. So I think that while we are at it, I should be able to write a code where this also works. Current user view model scope launch dispatchers IO val firestore Firebase firestore get instance firestore collection users document util get UID add snapshot listener. If error is not null, if value exists and value is not null, then while user value dot object, obviously I have to again go to the model and add whatever that I want to from the user. So what I will simply do is and here we can just add data. So we need the user ID, username, image, follower count and following count. Okay, here we are. What we can do is now whoever is logged in, we can get the username and display it on that. So this name, you remember that I was just using it a lot of time. This name can be set if I come on profile fragment here. So this name will be this view model dot name, the error is gone, and here we can set the name on the text view. So this is the two-way data binding, one-way data binding actually. Two-way data binding we will come on later, or I think I have done it in another tutorial where we can set the text on the edit text and also edit it. Anyways, so users, username, image value, users, because it's a mutable live data or a string, then we can set value to it. So image is set here. Okay, and we are setting followers value. And we are setting following value. And if I can take you to my Firebase console, then I should be able to, and the reason we are seeing error because it's in integer and we are converting it to string. Okay, I think if I can refresh this, then there has to be there must be some users that we have stored. I think I have only created 2 users, so let's see. Yeah, you see here the user count is 0 0 and the user ID is different and all that. So we are just working in this collection. Okay, going back to it. So now whenever the view model like gets started, app gets started, this function automatically runs. And I think if I can restart my app, then I would be able to see the name here or image if if I have set it somewhere here. So anyways, now we can go back to our uh, we can go back to our profile fragment and work on it. This all work was just like we were setting the ground to work on our profile fragment. Okay, binding, edit profile button, set on click listener. So now here, if you see here, then we can click here and then we can edit our name, we can edit our picture, or we can click here, then the same thing happens. So for that, I'm going to put a long code in here that is going to take, oh my god, it's a lot of code here. Yeah, it's a lot of code, but let's just, and I can explain. Wow, that's a lot of code. Okay, so I can go one by one here. Okay, if we click on edit profile button, then there has to be a different kind of layout, right, that helps us. So that layout we have created here in custom dialog layout here in this layout, and then we are inflating that to be displayed like a dialog box. Okay, and that has two fields, image view and edit text. Obviously from view model we are getting the name and we are setting it to it. From view model we are also getting the image that we want to update and we are setting it to it. So if we click on that, we can get that, and this has to be imported. Okay, util has to be imported. Now this here, the code that I have written, you might not understand until you do it by yourself, but I can tell you what is happening. It might look like a lot, but actually, you know, whenever you are updating your profile, then obviously you have to save those changes like in your Firestore. And like for example, if I change the name here, it get displays here, but when you posted the image your name was different, right? So when you click on the home fragment, then you come here and that image has a old username, but your new username is different, right? So you from one click here you are changing the name everywhere and updating all the collections. So that is what is happening here. Okay, and in the profile image, like for example here also the code is same for this one. So I'll just like, whether you click here or here, you are doing the same thing. So I'll just get another copy paste from my previous project that I have, just the practice project that I have done, and basically it does the same thing. Okay, so binding, it's the same code from the above that is updating everywhere. Like if you want to update your image, then it will update even the previous image that you posted over there. Who is the poster of that image, the name will get displayed there. Okay, Now obviously this code we have to create, and this code is pretty much similar to what we have done here. Like for example, if I can go to create post, oh, if I can go to create post fragment, and here we were creating a dialog, right, that displayed us these things, whether to take a photo or choose from gallery. So this is just the same thing that is happening from there. And I will just and obviously here, like, we have to write this code like I have done in the previous one. So I will just write it from there. And I can go to create post and pick image from gallery because it's the same code, so I'll just get it from here to save time. And obviously here it's not request image pick, here is profile image pick. Yeah, and here is like taking photo from camera. So here is also profile image capture. Okay, now what we have done in the past, what we will do the same activity for result. And in activity for result, sorry, it's actually activity on activity result. Yeah, so let's just add this. Here simply the same thing. If result code is activity result okay, then when request code is util profile image capture and when utils profile image pick by gallery, right, two different things, and we have code for both different scenarios. Profile bitmap, data extras, get data as bitmap. And if you're wondering where this data comes from, this is coming from here, intent. And what is intent? We have started activity and we have stored this data in this one. So that's simply the simplest explanation. Profile bitmap. And here we can write profile URI, data, profile bit, media store, media, get bitmap, context, content resolver, and profile URI. Okay, upload profile, that function has to be created. And we can create by this Alt Shift Enter. Okay, wow, so here we have to do a lot of work, and in the previous tutorial I did not, like, I just copy pasted, but here I'll just write wall byte array output stream to reduce the size when we are setting the image. And this is, please remember, we are doing it for profile image. Okay, profile bitmap compress format .jpg val data to okay. Now here profile bitmap is going to be equal to the name here is different, so let me just change this, because I have above I have this name that I'm using for something else. Okay, yes, this is good. And what else? Yes, image view said image bitmap val storage path, and hopefully after this tutorial maybe we can see what we have written so far. So whosever profile that we have, we can store it by profile, and that user ID with the upload task storage path put bytes data upload task add on success val task it metadata not null reference download URL task add on success URI profile it Firestore collection users document. So whoever is the user that is logged in, we will update their image. And don't worry, I will definitely show you all these in practice, and obviously the series will not be over until if there are any errors, so no need to worry about that. Collection ref Firestore collection post, and in the post also, wherever, if I have posted, then if I have posted some images and I have changed my own profile picture, then whenever those images that I posted display in the feed, also my latest profile picture need to appear with that, right? So there has to be consistency. While query collection ref where equal to user ID. So wherever I am the poster of the image, query get add-on success. Wherever, like if I have posted 10 images, update my profile picture in those 10 images. Okay. And also in view model we can set this image, whatever that we have written, whatever that we have uploaded to, so that image also gets uploaded. Okay, toast, make context and context image uploaded successfully. And we can add on failure. Fail to upload. Okay, I think we have done a lot of work, and I think for the demonstration, if we can get the name here, that would be great, and if we can get the image here, but we will not be able to update anything although we have the code, because from the emulator it get messed up. So let's see if we can get something here, and we can do the demonstration in the next tutorial also, but I'm just seeing if we can see the name here and the image. Yes, so the image is here, this is great, and I think the name is here too, but because of the color we are not able to see it, because if this was not fetching correctly then the image would not be here, and I can tell you why this is the right image, because I uploaded it right. So this is great, and here if I click, then I can see this dialog, choose from gallery, and obviously I told you in the emulator it does not work sometime. And if I can click on photo, can just take a photo, first photo maybe. Yeah, there is like some code that we need to write more, then it would work. Yeah, so failed to convert, field in string. Yeah, some minor issues, but no problem. So far so good. The image is getting loaded, and also the follower count is getting displayed, that is also good. So I'll see you in the next one, and the bugs that you are seeing here, don't worry, we will fix them.